What's up, guys? We're back at it again. Another cycle review for you. Had a little bit of a layoff there. Just had some personal stuff going on. Needed to take care of. Did that, and then we put out some business content in the meantime. Expect more of that to be coming. But I still want to keep the bread and butter of the channel alive. The cycle reviews. That's what some people come here for. Some people come for the business stuff. Some people come for the bodybuilding stuff. We got a little bit of each. So let's dive back in, and we'll hit the alpha zone without Wes Watson this time. And boy, are we starting out hot with Ass Crawley. What a fucking name. 500 testy, 400 mass, 70 Tren, 20 micrograms of cleanse spread across 7 days. All right, well, that's your weekly total, I imagine. In that case, I don't mind that cycle. Obviously, that's going to be a cut. The compounds make sense. That's kind of a baby dose of Tren. I figure if you're going to take Tren, just fucking take it normally, dude. Like, 1 ml isn't going to fucking kill you. The difference between 70 and 100 really isn't a huge difference. Why not just be a man and fucking take what you actually should? Stop trying to be like Vigorous Steve and microdosing in your fucking penile tissue or some shit. So for that one, we'll give it an 8 out of 10. Barry B, 10 weeks. That's fucking stupid. 250 tests, 200 primo, 200 mass, small cycle, nothing special. Why would you run it only 10 weeks, first of all? You might as well not even run it in the first place. You might as well just be on fucking TRT the whole time. I mean, it's going to take 4 to 6 weeks for it to settle in, and then you've only got fucking 4 weeks of actually enjoying it. So I don't know, you know, just fucking be brokies, I guess, because you can't fucking afford primo more than 10 weeks. At that point, just drop the fucking primo and run something else. Run more tests.
Wow, what do you say after that one? Brutal, savage, wrecked, absolutely taken down.
Yeah, so I don't mind the doses. I don't mind the compound selection. The duration of it is fucking stupid. So because of that, you're getting a 6. Ragnar's Chowdhury for the billionth time. Just outline, gotta work on ratios, but test an EQ, mast and MPP, GH, Humalog, and pre-workout Androl. I mean, I love that. I got nothing against it. Obviously, there's a lot of specifics not talked about there, but for an outline, I'd say it's a 10 out of 10. Terry, just, I can't even say that. Like, I would say your fucking name, but you literally have something that's gonna get me flagged on YouTube and Instagram for saying, so I can't say your name, Terry. 900 testy, 250 Trenny, 10 milligrams cardarine, 10 milligrams Superdrol. Why? Stop being a fucking SARM gob. You don't need Superdrol, you don't need cardarine in there. Take some real fucking anabolics. And you got Tren too, dude. Come on, dude. You're taking Tren and fucking Superdrol at the same time. Let's be honest. Are you trying to go into liver failure? Come on. Come on.
Come on, man.
Tone it down. Just take some normal ass fucking anabolics that aren't gonna fuck your liver up. It's not hard. And you know what? These are the guys that are never big and they're never lean that want to take this shit too. Fact. The people that brag about Superdrol and Tren are always like the worst physiques. Just saying, gotta throw it out there. Matty Matt, test 750, EQ 400, mass 200, might add Tren later. No, that's fine. Like, you add a little bit of Tren later, I understand it, into your cut, you want to do that, that's fine. Not these fucking, oh, I'm gonna run 900 tests, 250 Tren, and tons of Superdrol, and then a bunch of SARMs and shit. Like, why? You don't need to run a bunch of fucking random shit when you get the same results with something simple. I actually don't mind that one at all. Like, I can give you like a good solid 8 on that. Test EQ, that's always great. Master Primo, great. A little bit of Tren, that's fine. Just don't overdo it on the Tren. That's all. TK World 96, 900 test, 900 EQ, 300 Primo, 4 IU GH, 25 milligrams of R for 30 weeks. Finally, someone gets it. You want to run stuff a little bit longer. Look at that. And you know what? Running a test EQ Primo for a long time is fine. I mean, the EQ itself is going to take 8 weeks before it even kicks in, so you're only getting 20 weeks out of it in the first place. That with the GH is good. You could probably come a little lower on your doses, honestly, and afford a little more GH. I would probably be like 500 test, or you can run the 900 test if you do 900 well, but then maybe like equal to the test EQ and Primo ratio. So it'd be like something like, you know, 600 EQ, 300 Primo, 6 IUs of GH. I think you get a little bit more out of, but that's still not a bad cycle. A little high in the doses. So we'll give you an 8. Pfizer Fitness. Thoughts on test Primo EQ together on the cycle? I fucking love it. I just said it like 3 times in a row. Like, where you been, bro? All right. Yeah, no, those all do pretty well together. You just got to watch your estrogen because sometimes it will crush it too low. But honestly, it's easier to fix your estrogen when it's too low than too high, if we're being honest. Because when it's too high, you're playing the stupid game with the AIs back and forth. If you crush it with Primo and EQ, you just add more test. It's an easy fix. I'd rather fix that than when it's too high, because then you're playing the up and down game all the time. If you just add more tests, you know you're gonna stay constant, you're fucking good. Love it. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a bulk, it doesn't have to be a cut. Those compounds work across the board. They're not super like watery and estrogen heavy to where you need to really watch out for that. Like, you know, your decas and your D-bulls and all that shit. It's not really a review because you didn't give me a cycle, but I do approve. Let's put it that way. K-Steel 23, 200 test, 200 Prima, 100 MPP, 5 milligrams Cialis, 5 milligrams Anavar. Well, it's kind of a pussy dose of Anavar, if I'm being real. Pussy. If you were a female, that would make more sense, but I don't buy the whole bullshit like, oh, 5 milligrams of Anavar, if it's farm, it's fine. Farm Anavar, 20 milligrams is where you want to be, 20 to 40, honestly. I've ran both, and 20 to 40 is definitely a sweet spot. UGL, I've run 50 milligrams of Anavar. That's about as far as I go with it, honestly, because I start to cramp up above that. So real Anavar, I'd say you need to run about 20 to 40 milligrams instead of just the 5. Obviously, it's more expensive, and that's the cost prohibitive part of it, but you're using it to build tissue and drive strength in the gym. The 5 milligram doses work great for like muscle wasting and medical uses, but if you're using it to drive performance, you're going to want to take more than your classic AIDS or muscle wasting patient, if we're being honest. But aside from that, that's a solid cycle, very low dose on everything. Cialis is great as a pump helper. I can't think of a word. I'm trying to say a helper, not inhibitor, enhancer. There you go, enhancer. Enhances the pump, enhances the rock hard pump also. The aesthetic stain, dude, you fucking comment every damn time. Some of these guys, I'm like, bro, like how many times are you gonna give me the same damn cycle over and over again? Like, do you just get off to hearing yourself fucking mentioned on YouTube? Do you just give me the same fucking thing every single week? All right, whatever. 200 tests, 50 Primo, 50 mast, 4 IUs, GH, 3-month cruise. Why? This doesn't even make sense. Just take the fucking mast and Primo out, bro. 50 milligrams? That's just wasting Primo, honestly. You know it's expensive. Mast and Primo are the most expensive thing right now. And you're just taking a little bit for no fucking reason? Because that's not even enough to really crush your E2. Like, it's not enough to push it down like on a cruise. You might as well run them 1-to-1 with your test if you're gonna do that. Or just lower your test dose and you don't have to run 50 milligrams. Like, imagine trying to inject 50 milligrams, first of all. That's what? Half an ml? And then you're doing it every other day, so you're just like, yeah, you do 15s. Like, you just putting like a tiny bit of in the insulin syringe. Like, fuck that. That's like not even worth the jab at that point. that's where I'm at. It's not worth the injection at that point, and then you know you're just fucking wasting money. So to me, that's really not worth it on the cruise. It's not bad. Like, it's not like running Tren and shit. So for a cruise, it's still like a 7 out of 10, but I don't love it. Mario 1000 test, 400 mast, 400 Tren. That's probably fucking overkill, especially judging by his picture that I saw. You don't need that much Tren, straight up. You probably don't need that much test either. Mast is fine. So structurally, not horrible. Dosage wise, not a big fan. Yeah, you typically don't even need more than 300 Tren at any given time, let alone just for funsies like you're running it. So we're gonna give you a 6. The only Alex Myers, 750 test, 450 mast, 100 Tren, 3 IUs GH, and 2 milligrams of Retta. That is almost exactly the same as I've been running previously. Not right now. My test isn't quite that high. And I usually split my mast and Primo up. But I like that. I like that. You're hitting each tree. Oh, I run a lot more GH though. So you want to up that GH dose if you can. And then 2 milligrams of Retta. 2 milligrams, I don't feel anything. If you feel it, great. Nothing against that. You run it as low as you want, as long as you feel the effects of it. I find 4 to 6 milligrams is kind of the sweet spot for me. If those doses work for you, there's nothing wrong with those. Those make sense. I'll give you a 9 out of 10, bro. And then Sean Paul, 875 test, 560 Primo. What kind of fucking number is that? And 250 Deca. Besides the weird ass number of Primo, that's actually not that bad. I'm gonna give you an 8. Like, it's really not that bad. I don't have much to say about it. If he does well on Deca, let him run Deca. Like, I don't do well on it. I'd rather not run it, but some people do really well on Deca, so I can't really complain. But hey, now that we're back doing this again, remember, you can check my Instagram. Every week, I pop up a story. That's how you submit these here. My DMs are back on as of the time you watch this video. I have like 3 days left on the ban this second. By the time my editor gets this out and I post it, my DM should be back. You should be able to ask me questions. Now, in my DMs, I am no longer doing any gear content, period, because somebody reported something inside my DMs, and that's what got me a 30-day ban. Son of a bitch! So we will do consultations for any gear stuff in terms of the DMs, but for the cycle reviews, they will still be on my story. So submit them to my story if you want them on YouTube. If you have personal questions about how to build it and everything else, that will be done on a consultation basis from here on out, because I cannot risk having my account and my business shut down because people get pissy because I won't tell them where to buy everything. Like, come on, guys, stop abusing your privileges here. If you like content like this, go ahead, click on the card up to the right, although it might be on this side. I forget it reverses it on my camera sometimes. And that'll show you what females do when they ask about steroids. So take a look at that. And if you like the business content, go ahead, check out my last podcast with Paul. That thing was quite the podcast. I will say that. We covered everything from Victor Black to bodybuilding to Retta to all kinds of awesome business stuff. He's a 5-time CEO, multi-million-dollar company owner. Really insightful stuff that anybody can benefit from. So I would recommend go checking that video out if you're interested in a wide spectrum of business and bodybuilding endeavors.